One of my favorite things in the fall is to cook with apples, and Granny Smith are my favorite. I like them because they hold up well, they have a nice tart flavor, and they just taste so yummy. We're gonna make salted caramel apple crumble bars. The first thing you're gonna need to do is to melt 2 sticks of unsalted butter. Here you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we are going to add half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar. Give that a little mix till all the ingredients are incorporated. And then we're gonna get ready to add our flour. My oven preheated 375 Fahrenheit, and I also took a 9x13 pan, and I'm gonna put parchment paper in the bottom. I just feel like it's easier to lift out and then cut the bars so that they look uniform. Then we're gonna add 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour to our butter mixture. This is going to be our crust and our crumble. So that's what I like about it. It's like, it serves both purposes. This recipe is so simple, but so yummy. So you're just gonna blend that all up until it gets nice and crumbly. And then we're gonna put it in the bottom of our pan. We're gonna put about 2/3 of it in the bottom of our pan. We're gonna save about 1/3 for the top. Now that it's nice and crumbly, we are going to put about 2/3 of this into the bottom of our pan. We're gonna press it down to create our crust, and we're gonna save the other 1/3 for the top, which will be the crumble. So just press that into your pan until you get it into a nice little crust. I got that all smashed into the pan. I'm gonna just set it aside. It's time to roll our apples. Now you need to core, peel, slice your apples, making them not too thick so that they can cook through. And I like to use this tool called an apple peeler core slicer. It was a Pampered Chef tool for many, many years ago. But you just stick it on here, and then it just peels, cores, slices your apple. So freaking easy. See how easy that was? And then I just take the apple pieces, I just cut them into 4s. So half this way, and then I'm gonna toss them into a bowl because we're gonna have to put some spices on them when we're done. So I'm gonna do 3 medium-sized Granny Smith apples. Once your apples are thinly peeled, cored, and sliced, we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. One teaspoon of cinnamon. And then give them a good mix. So good. Then we take our apples that have been coated with our yummy seasonings, put it over the crust mixture, distribute them evenly, and then we are gonna drizzle it with half of a cup of salted caramel. And I just found this one. This is Richardson's sea salt caramel. It was super thick though, so I had to melt it down in the micro. Otherwise there's no way I could pour that out. And I'm just gonna drizzle this half a cup over the apples. The rest of our crust crumble that we didn't use, we're gonna sprinkle it over the top. And I generally just use my fingers to distribute it as evenly as possible. And then we're gonna bake it in the oven at 375 for 40 to 45 minutes. I just look at the top to see if it's a little bit browned and bubbly. Once that is browned and bubbly, it's ready to take out. And then you just have to wait for them to cool and then cut into bars and serve. There she is. I'll show you the finished product later.